Good morning and welcome to the Gardening with Gill series. We're in late May. The year is 2020. I'm your host, Will Redfern, and in front of me is Gill Gillespie. We're both Norfolk Master gardeners. Gill has been growing vegetables for years, ever since he was a little boy growing up on the farm in Virginia. You may also know him from the Gardens in a Flower Pot. So Gill knows a lot about vegetables. We're filming this series with the intent of showing residents of Norfolk useful tips in planning, planting, and maintaining their vegetable gardens, especially in times like these when growing your own food is an attractive alternative to buying it. And we're going to discuss one vegetable per video. Today we're in my veggie garden, and Gill, what are we going to plant?
Today we're going to plant okra. Okra is something that we eat lots of in the South. It's important to planting okra. We need the temperature correct. It's definitely a summer sun-loving plant, so we need to make sure our soil is about anywhere around 70 degrees so the soil is warm enough to germinate the seeds and to keep them growing. And it can be different kinds of okra. You can get different colors. You can get burgundy okra, you can get green okra, you can get okra plants that actually branch out, and some that just grow straight up. So there's different kinds of okra. And it's important with okra, though, to know when to harvest it. When you're harvesting your okra when it grows, you need to select the pods when they are anywhere about 4 to 5 inches long. And but if you leave them on too long, about every other day harvesting is good. So if you leave them on too long, they'll get tough, real tough. So to do the testing with that, you take the pod and take your fingernail and push it into the okra. And if your fingernail goes into the okra, it's ready to eat. If it can't get your fingernail in your okra, then your pod is already too tough. So that's a little eating hint there. So to keep your okra picked. And today we're going to be planting ever tender okra, which is one developed to grow a little bit larger before it gets tough. So it gives us another day or two if we miss picking every day or every other day. And now we're going to go ahead and plant our okra. And in the positioning for the okra, since it's strictly an upright plant, it doesn't branch out that far, you can plant it in proximity to other plants, so you don't have to give it a lot of space in your garden. So you just need enough space to get your okra in, okay? And now we're going to go ahead and plant our okra. We're going to lay us off a row. Okra gets planted about 1/4 of an inch deep. We're going to lay off a little row here that will give us about 1/4 of an inch soil when we get ready to plant it. We again going to supplement a little bit more fertilizer, organic fertilizers. We're going to give it just one little stir here. The organic fertilizer does not burn, so you can use the organics and it won't harm your seed. But I like to just loosen it a little bit before I put my seeds in. And to plant the seeds, we're going to do a demo here that I call my Gill's thumb over finger planting. And this is how you can control when you're using small seeds. You can control your planting of small seeds with the thumb over forefinger. And you just don't move your forefinger, you just move your thumb. And you can see these little seeds just drop one at a time or two at a time. We're going to plant these a little bit thick today, and then when they come up, we'll be able to thin them. And so we got our seeds put in. The seeds go in about 1/2 inch or so to start with. Later, we'll can thin them out when they come up. These are saved seeds, so the germination rate is not 100%. So we plant the seeds a little thicker, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover them 1/4 of an inch, which is a pinch, pinch, pinch on the 1/4 of an inch.
Gill's pinch.
And then, of course, to settle the soil around the seeds, we give them my love pat. And that's the way that we plant our okra seed.
And do we have a nice trench there still for rain retention?
We have a little bit of an edge here to keep the water from running off, okay?
All right. Thanks, Gill.